So we have our list. You guys already saw the replay video. We did adjust a few things, change a few things, and we are now playing 42 cards. It really doesn't hurt the consistency, seeing as we pretty much just need 2 monsters for Dragoon, and we have so many ways to pretty easily make Infinity. And if you can make Infinity, you're probably making Dragoon as well, since Nova can revive a target, and you probably linked one off. So very, very easy to end on Infinity and Dragoon, which is actually a really good board, guys. So aside from that, though, we play 42 because it actually doesn't take the consistency of the deck down too much as far as what we're trying to do, but opening one of our garnets, especially the fusion, because you can use these from hand, it's just not great card economy. But yeah, so being at 42 actually helps a lot to not see those 3 cards. Not saying it won't happen. I actually went 3 games in a row opening this. That's just unlikely, and it shouldn't really happen, so don't base your deck building around a bad day at the office per se. So anyways, Dragoon to me makes the one Cyber Dragon builds so much better than they already were, so we're just gonna go ahead and stick with them. But yeah, so 1 Cyber Dragon, 3 Cyber Dragon core extender is Infinity Dragoon. That's crazy, especially going second too. It's almost worth cutting the overloads, or the overload and rampage, just because you can pop 2 cards, burn them both, and then you have, well, almost 6,000 damage on board still on top of that. Like, it's insane what the deck can do. Dragoon is just absolutely busted. 3 Cyber Dragon hurts because best extender in the deck. 2 Naxter, was considering 3 because, well, it's kind of nice to have the free special summon. I mean, you do have a discard, so it's not quite free. Speaking of free, 2 Fear, because it's a free special summon. So yeah, that's really, really important here. 3 Galaxy Soldier, second best extender in the deck. We are still going second. Kaiju, because Kaiju can kind of help out, you know, I don't know, Dragoon, something like that. So Kaiju, pretty good. Pankrotop's really good as well. We got our 2 Garnets with Red Eyes and Dark Magician. You have to play these 2 arts for it. It's something like in the rule book. If you want to make it, you got to play these 2. So hand traps, obviously we need hand traps. We're not in a real healthy, slow game. It's pretty fast paced. Everyone's going to build me big board type deals. So if you don't have hand traps, you're probably going to lose. And that's why we're maining 9 of them. We went with 2 Ogre, 2 Ash, 2 Imperm. Lots of 2 ofs, because I mean, in Perm, you can open multiples, and that's okay. But otherwise, you don't want to open multiples, and it's not like going into the game, oh, I need to open Ogre, or oh, I need to open Ash. It's, I need to open a hand trap. So we're playing 9 of them. You need to open a hand trap, possibly 2. And obviously, like, Gamma's better than the others. That's why we're playing 3 of it, because it's worth it. But, so yeah, it's not like, oh, I need Ogre, I need Ash. It's, I need a hand trap. That's why we're playing 2. Because if you open multiples, at least this way, they're probably different hand traps, not the same, and that's really good that way. Plus, you know, they're not necessarily great when you're in a losing position, so that's not necessarily the cards you want to play at 3 either. But a 2 Ogre, 2 Ash, 2 Imperm. Then we got our 3 Gammas with our driver. 3 Emergency. Pretty much, you're always going to play 3 Emergency. It's Rhoda for the deck. 1 Repair Plant, 1 Rev System, just because if all else fails, this makes Core a 1 card Verde. Just summon Core, search, Rev, link All Mirage, Rev it back, go into your Verde, and you get a Dragoon if they can't stop it. So it's a 1 card Dragoon if needed, so we are playing Rev System once again. 1 Overload Fusion, because, well, Rampage OTK, like I said, it's kind of not really needed though, so maybe in the future this will actually get dropped out of this build as well. We'll see. 1 Red Eyes Fusion, the only true brick in the deck. And by true brick, it's not really a true brick, because you can just play it, and if they don't stop it, then you get a Dragoon. And if you can back Dragoon up with like Ash, Ogre, and Perm, something else, that's also really, really good. So 2, 3 Tactics Talents. 1, it's a really good out for Dragoon if they happen to, you know, negate something of yours, then you just play this, take control of it, doesn't target, so it gets around Dragoon. Draw 2 cards, you know, that's kind of good too. Third effect, I have yet to actually use it really, but the first 2 come up a lot, and the Change of Heart almost more than the draw. So Forbidden Droplets, This card is insane, guys. Like, you can activate your overflow or activate your impermanence and chain this and send it to the grave. That's your send. And now you're going to negate 2 cards. You're going to pop cards. You're just going to plus like crazy because you're sending cards that are already going to go. And I actually had a game where I had I think it was Core and I want to say Fear both on field. And I flipped up Overflow. Like, he was almost done comboing off. I flipped up Overflow and then I chained Droplet and sent all 3 of them and negated 3 of his cards and cut the attacks way down. And then I also still banished because it's from grave as well, and banished them and popped their cards. So it was really, really good that way. But otherwise too, just negating your opponent's field, like negate all their monsters and then just make Dragoon. Just Dragoon, and you pop 2 of them and then you attack over another one. So you can out 3 negate boards really easily with Droplet and Dragoon. It's stupid good, guys. And it's so good that we're playing Monster Reborn again, because if they somehow out it, we want a way to get it back possibly, because it is that good to play the Monster Reborn. 1 Overflow, because we got plenty of stuff for going first. You know, easy Infinity Dragoon plays, so might as well put Overflow down to 1 in this instance. Definitely could still play 2, but don't want to conflict too much with the going second strategy, since we have the 3 Garnets in the deck. We set Imperm already. So the extra deck, we got 1 Mega Fleet. Can't really justify 2 at the moment. 1 Fortress Dragon, 1 Rampage, 1 Dragoon. Then 4 Dragma if needed. We got our Makaba, Intis, and 1 Nova. We are also playing a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. 2 Dark Monsters, Super Poly target. So why is this card worth playing again? Well, first off, I hate putting extra deck cards in my side deck for Cyber Dragons. I don't do it. To me, the extra deck space is not as valuable as the side deck. But so Super Poly, Dragoon, Verde, they're both darks. If someone wants to try and build a huge board like a Boral Savage, Dragoon, things like that, they're both darks. So just easy way to out people's boards, easy way to out Dragoon since they can't respond to the Super Poly. Just another way to play the game. Additionally, Cyber Dragons, we don't have to worry about that because we can make Infinity absorb our Verte and end with literally just Infinity Dragoon, and now they can't Super Poly us. So I mean, they could put a Dark on board or a Light and then Super Poly into like a Mud Dragon or a Starving Venom, but now they're using their own cards and they're going to have to use Poly, discard, and their own monster, so that's already 3, and that's half their hand gone just to out this card. Like, that's how good it is, guys. They got to use half their hand just to out 1 card. Another Nova and Infinity for our actual Cyber plays. All Mirage, Standard, Seeger, 1 Lambda, and then 2 Verde. 2 Verde because, well, if 1 gets stopped, or the follow-up play if we want to send our Overload Fusion. Again, kind of redundant. You could almost take out Overload, Verde, Rampage. We'll kind of see how the format progresses and how this build does. Continuing to move forward. So far I'm happy with it, but just some changes that may be on the table. Side deck is always up for grabs and changing. This is kind of just what we're testing at the moment, not necessarily what we're going to stick with, but quick rundown. DD Crow is always a solid choice. You know, you hit an Alistair, you hit a Golden Lord. Like, there's a lot of really good DD Crow targets. Super Poly, like we said. We have our Cosmic Cyclones, pretty standard back row removal, banishing. It's better than destroying it versus pretty much all of them. Big combo deck, so Dark Ruler no more. They can't activate monster effects in response. It's another way to get around Dragoon, and another way to shut off their board and then make your own Dragoon, pop their board, attack over the last one, things like that. And then 3 evenly matched. That'll probably stay in my side deck for a really long time because it's kind of a good card. So yeah, here we have our first draft at Cyber Dragoon. It comes out in 2 days from the time this video will actually be uploaded. So yeah, we got 2 days, guys. It's coming out. And don't forget, if we happen to hit our goal, recording this a week ahead of time, so I'm not sure if we already hit it. Hopefully, because, well, we're not too far away, guys. We will give away a Verte and a Dragoon if we hit our goal. So let's do it, guys. We got 2 more days left if we didn't hit it. So let's go for it. And yeah, so enough rambling, guys. Take care. Can't wait to see you till next time.